Residents, businesses, and visitors. LA dreams to be more luxurious, more premium. If this happens by 2028, Los Angeles won't just host the Olympics, it'll be a global showcase of what a smart city can achieve. From efficient transportation to sustainable practices, digital innovation to economic growth, the Smart LA 2028 initiative is about creating a city that works better for everyone. Then came January 7th, 2025, and everything changed. Los Angeles County is now in crisis. Multiple wildfires are tearing through the region, leaving behind a trail of devastation. Tens of thousands of residents have fled their homes, their lives upended. So far, at least 25 lives have been lost, and as rescue efforts continue, that number could rise. 4 major blazes are currently raging, and the toll on both people and property is immense. Everything was torn apart. But in the midst of this tragedy, a strange theory is spreading online. Social media is buzzing with claims that these fires are not natural disasters, but deliberate acts. According to this conspiracy, the wildfires are part of a so-called criminal land grab tied to the United Nations 2030 Agenda and LA Smart City 2028 project. The goal is to turn Los Angeles into a futuristic smart city. The theory has gained traction on platforms like X and Threads. Posts link the wildfires to a plan for urban redevelopment, suggesting that the fires conveniently clear land for smart city projects. One widely shared post even alleged that Los Angeles is set to become a fully AI-based smart city by 2028, drawing scary comparisons to the tragic Lahaina wildfires in Maui. Comments like, "Fires create cleared land that's suddenly available for reimagining neighborhoods," fuel the narrative. Others pointed fingers at directed energy weapons, suggesting these were used to intentionally ignite the blazes. The idea is as sensational as it is unsettling. The viral theory suggests that the fires were deliberately started to implement 15-minute cities, urban spaces where everything you need is within a short walk, bike ride, or transit trip. This idea has gained popularity among conspiracy theorists who believe the fires were part of a plan to make land uninhabitable, thus paving the way for these cities. Some even blame the global elites for trying to reshape society. One particularly strange theory revolves around palm trees. Social media users pointed to the fact that many trees survived the fires even as nearby homes and cars burned. This, they claimed, was evidence of a heat attack deliberately aimed at human property. However, the truth is much simpler. Palm trees are naturally adapted to survive wildfires thanks to their thick bark and moisture-rich wood. Meanwhile, concrete, though fire-resistant, can weaken and crack under extreme heat. Yet the conspiracy theorists still push the idea that the trees were left untouched on purpose. But the wildest claim might be that insurance companies are somehow involved in the fires. Some argue that insurers knew the fires were coming and planned them. This theory gained traction after several insurance companies decided not to renew wildlife coverage for residents in high-risk areas. And then there's the theory involving Sean Diddy Combs. After settling a high-profile lawsuit in late 2023, some claim the Palisades fire was started to cover up evidence related to the case. The fire, they argued, was part of a Hollywood conspiracy to protect its biggest stars. This idea took off with claims of an underground tunnel connecting Combs' home to the Playboy Mansion. Yet no evidence has ever been found to support this. Despite this, the theory continued to spread, fueled by online detectives and TikTok videos. The internet is a breeding ground for these theories, and with social media companies loosening restrictions on false content, it's becoming harder to separate fact from fiction. In the midst of a real tragedy, these distractions only add to the confusion, making it even harder for those affected to get the support they need. The discussions only grew more intense, with some suggesting the fires were all by design or even criminal. A few even drew parallels to Maui's Smart City plan, suggesting the same pattern was unfolding in LA. The more people talked, the more questions arose. Launched by the City of Los Angeles' Information Technology Agency in 2019, Smart LA 2028 aims to turn LA into a smart city by 2028. Some of its ambitious goals include introducing technology that can detect fires, health issues, and even violence before residents need to call 911. Other goals include reducing carbon emissions, improving accessibility for people with disabilities, and upgrading public transportation for better connectivity. The initiative is part of a larger vision for the city, aimed at tackling urban challenges such as racial injustice, natural disasters, and environmental changes. It's all about using technology to make the city smarter and more efficient, an idea that seems both futuristic and practical. It's easy to see why some might connect the fires to this smart future, especially with 2028 just around the corner. That's the year Los Angeles will host the Summer Olympics and Paralympics, making it the perfect time to showcase a transformed city. But is it possible that the fires are simply a coincidence, or are they part of something more sinister? Meanwhile, the wildfires continue to wreak havoc across the region, with at least 6 active blazes, including the Palisades Fire, Lydia Fire, and the Kenneth Fire. Over 180,000 residents have been displaced, and at least 25 people have lost their lives. The fires have caused immense damage, and the full extent of the destruction is still unfolding. But does it hold up under scrutiny? As conspiracy theories continue to circulate, it's crucial to focus on the facts. While the Smart LA 2028 initiative is an ambitious plan to use technology to improve life in Los Angeles, there's no evidence to support the claim that it's connected to the wildfires. But in times of crisis, it's easy to look for patterns, to search for answers, even where none exist. Social media thrives on shock value, and these claims are no exception. However, a closer look reveals that they lack any credible basis. PolitiFact, a trusted fact-checking organization, investigated these allegations and found them to be completely unfounded. For one, the World Economic Forum's 2024 list of the world's top smart cities does not include Los Angeles. Claims that the city is being intentionally reshaped through fire are nothing more than baseless speculation. Smart cities are real, but their development doesn't involve burning down neighborhoods. Instead, they focus on improving existing infrastructure. For example, the Smart LA 2028 initiative prioritizes upgrading transportation systems, enhancing public safety, and making the city more accessible, not demolishing homes or communities. And about the insurance conspiracy part, while it's true that climate change is making wildfires more frequent and severe, insurers are simply adjusting to the new reality. In fact, similar patterns have been seen in other disaster-prone regions like Florida and Louisiana. But the theory that the companies are behind the fires is just another example of misinformation taking hold. So, if not a sinister plot, what caused these devastating fires? Officials are still working to determine the exact origins, but experts point to a mix of dry conditions and strong winds. California's ongoing struggle with climate change has made wildfires more frequent and severe, turning the state into a tinderbox. These environmental factors, not elaborate conspiracies, are the most likely culprits behind the current crisis. Conspiracy theories often emerge during times of uncertainty and fear. People look for explanations, especially when the events feel too big or too sudden to comprehend. Social media amplifies these ideas, turning whispers into loud, unfounded claims. The problem is that these theories can cause real harm. They divert focus from the urgent work of recovery and sow distrust in institutions working to keep people safe. For example, Meta, the parent company of platforms like Facebook and Instagram, has flagged posts spreading these wildfire conspiracies as part of its efforts to combat misinformation. While this helps curb the spread of false claims, it doesn't entirely stop the damage they cause. The focus now should remain on helping those affected by the wildfires. Thousands have lost their homes, and entire communities are grappling with the aftermath. Emergency responders are working tirelessly to contain the flames, rescue those in danger, and provide aid to evacuees. Recovery will be long and challenging, but it's where attention is needed most. The wildfires in Los Angeles County are a human and environmental disaster, not the result of a hidden agenda. Theories claiming otherwise distract from the real causes: climate conditions, wind patterns, and the harsh realities of living in a fire-prone region. Social media may amplify false claims, but facts remain steadfast. Los Angeles is not on a secret path to becoming a smart city through fire. Instead, it's a city fighting to protect its people, its land, and its future. So what do you think about the connection between the fires and the Smart LA 2028 project? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want more updates on this situation, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Stay informed and stay safe.